deep within the blistering African savannah, where the wind stirs clouds of golden dust and the relentless sun spares no one. Two predators stand on the brink of a lethal confrontation. One is agile and elusive, the African wildcat, a silent stalker with sharp instincts and flawless reflexes. The other waits with cold patience, a venomous snake whose deadly strike can halt life in mere seconds. Here, in a realm devoid of mercy, a single move can change everything. The feline's precision faces off against the reptile's venom. Cunning meets raw instinct. In the wild, there are no champions or villains, only those who endure. In this encounter, life and death intersect in an instant, exposing the delicate and often unforgiving balance that governs the natural world. This is the battle between the razor edge of venom and the flawless skill of a seasoned predator. Across the sunlit plains, a sleek figure moves with effortless grace through the brittle grass, its tall ears lift high, rotating with remarkable sensitivity at every faint murmur of the wind. This is the serval, the long-legged wild cat of the African wilds, perfectly designed to hunt within the towering vegetation. While many predators depend on raw power, this feline excels at silence, accuracy, and refined technique. A barely audible crack beneath the grass is enough for it to pinpoint prey with near flawless precision. In an instant, the serval tightens its posture and leaps. With a surge of controlled energy, it springs almost 3 meters upward, a stunning display of timing and athletic skill. But today, it wasn't after a mouse or a passing bird. Concealed in the thick undergrowth was another adversary, a snake. Its sinuous form glided softly, its scales catching the sunlight like sharp fragments of metal. Some of these reptiles carry a hidden danger-potent venom. The atmosphere shifted, heavy and tense. The serval lowered its body, studying every subtle motion of the serpent. What followed was a duel of instincts, agility confronting venom, precision against threat. In a flash, both launched their attacks. The snake's hiss cut through the air as the serval's strike landed. Moments later, the savannah fell quiet again. The reptile had stopped moving. The serval retreated with measured steps, its gaze locked on the defeated foe. Calm, steady breaths revealed a seasoned survivor. It had won this encounter, yet in Africa, triumph is fleeting. Peril never sleeps. To endure here, the serval must remain alert, listening and moving constantly, for the hunter may become prey in an instant. A moment of distraction is all it takes to fall under the power of a leopard or a lion, the undisputed rulers of the plains. This is the serval's world, a life shaped by ancient survival instincts, the same force that has preserved the wild lineage of felines since time immemorial. The sun rises once more over the semi-desert of southern Africa, clearing the thin veil of mist that lingers on the warm earth. Beyond the rocky hills and dry shrubs, where the wind carries the scent of dust and the distant calls of birds, another predator commands its domain. This is the caracal, the desert warrior of arid mountains and open plains. While the serval moves gracefully through lush grasslands, the caracal thrives in harsher, sun-scorched terrain. These dry, open spaces, scattered with thorny bushes and cracks in the stone, offer ideal hiding spots for a hunter that relies on sudden explosive attacks. With a stocky, powerful body and a coat the color of desert sand, it blends seamlessly into the sunlit earth. Its tall ears, tipped with long black tufts, stand like sharp spears. They don't just amplify sound, they serve as subtle signals between individuals concealed in the shadows. And its intense, amber eyes reflect the brilliance of the desert sunlight, the gaze of a hunter that never blinks. The caracal can propel itself nearly 3 meters into the air, one of the most impressive vertical leaps among all wild cats. With this extraordinary strength, it can snatch birds right out of the sky or bring down small prey with a single, precise strike. Unlike the serval, graceful yet reserved, the caracal is bold, confident, and unmistakably proud, a true fighter of the drylands. At midday, The ground cracks under the heat, and the air trembles as if aflame, hidden among the shrubs. A flock of helmeted guinea fowl pecks at the soil. Quick and cautious, they still spend much of their time on the ground, making them vulnerable to any hunter patient enough to wait for the perfect moment. Not far away, the caracal lies motionless in the golden grass, with only its tufted ears shifting slightly to track the faintest sound. Its amber gaze fixes on a bird wandering near the edge of the flock. A gentle breeze sweeps past, concealing the predator's scent, and in a sudden burst, the caracal launches itself forward. The leap is so fast that the human eye can barely follow it. The strike is silent and flawless. This is how the caracal survives with precision, stealth, and unmatched skill. In addition to guinea fowl, it hunts rodents, hares, small birds, and even young antelopes when opportunity allows. Its varied diet lets it endure some of Africa's toughest landscapes, making it one of the continent's most adaptable and resilient hunters. Warm air drifted through the forest as cicadas filled the canopy with their constant song. In the scattered beams of sunlight that pierced the trees, a quiet figure slipped through the underbrush. It was the leopard, the lone predator, unseen, yet always present. Unlike the nimble serval of the open plains or the caracal that rules the rocky slopes, the leopard prefers the shadowed world of leaves and branches. This big cat is one of the most adaptable hunters in Africa, living everywhere from the rain-soaked jungles of the Congo to the sweeping savannas of the Serengeti. No landscape is too extreme. Lions depend on their pride, and cheetahs rely on their explosive speed. But the leopard chooses solitude, its greatest advantage. Its body is built for precision, balancing raw strength with extraordinary suppleness. The golden coat, covered in dark rosettes, serves as both armor and disguise, turning the leopard into a flicker of living shadow. Its greenish amber eyes observe everything with quiet patience, as though it understands how fragile survival can be. It never wastes energy. Patience is its signature. A leopard can trail a target for hours or more, waiting for the one perfect opening. When that moment comes, the attack is almost invisible. A controlled leap, a fatal bite, and the forest becomes still once again. Once the hunt is over, it carries its kill high into the branches, beyond the reach of lions or hyenas. There it feeds silently, secure in its perch above the forest floor. It rarely reveals itself, yet its presence shapes everything around it. Among the shadows, it rules as Africa's elusive golden ghost. In the distance, morning light spreads across the riverbank, and the leopard fades once more into its secluded world of dimness and quiet. Sunbeams break through the treetops, sending golden streaks across the forest floor. Far off, baboons bicker loudly, their calls rising and falling before disappearing on the warm breeze. A troop of more than a dozen travels through the woods, the dominant males moving ahead with sharp teeth glinting. They are intelligent, wary, and always on edge. The slightest noise can trigger chaos. Instantly, the troop erupts in screams and frantic movement. Hidden in the dark, the leopard lies motionless, its muscles coiled tight. Its eyes settle on a young baboon left behind the group. One chance is all it needs. The strike comes fast. A single bound, a flash of shadow, and everything falls silent. The hunt ends cleanly, flawlessly. In the leopard's unwavering gaze, the ancient rule of the wild is unmistakable. True power doesn't roar. It moves with quiet precision and never misses. When the echoes of the roar fade away, the forest settles back into its natural calm. The rhythm of life continues, unchanged. From servals to caracals, and from caracals to leopards, all predators share one purpose: to secure the future of their species. In mating season, males stake their claim with scent markings and low, booming calls that travel far through the wilderness. Females in heat move from territory to territory, searching for the strongest mate, one able to protect them through the most dangerous moments. When the moment comes, the female withdraws to a secret refuge, a crack in the rocks, a thick bush, or the hollow of an ancient tree, where she brings her cubs into the world. They are born tiny, blind, and defenseless. For the first weeks, she almost never leaves their side, hunting silently and shifting dens often to keep them safe. Bit by bit, she shows them how the wild works, how to step without making a sound, how to climb into the treetops, how to hide in the glare of daylight. These lessons will determine their fate. But the journey to adulthood is merciless. Many young do not make it. Hunger, illness, and predators threaten their every step. Lions may kill cubs to remove future rivals. Hyenas and pythons follow the trail of blood, and humans with snares, weapons, and fires remain the most dangerous threat of all. Even so, leopards survive. Their mothers raise them with fierce determination, protecting a lineage shaped over millennia. In the wild, nothing outweighs the drive to stay alive. From sweeping savannas to dense, shadowed jungles, these feline hunters continue their endless passage through the natural world. In Africa's untamed realm, instinct alone decides who will witness another sunrise. Where are you watching this wildlife documentary from? Share it in the comments. And subscribe to Wild Calling so you never miss the intense and captivating moments of the wild. Across the endless golden plains of the Serengeti, before the sun fully pierces the clouds of dawn, the gentle morning air begins to tremble with movement. Through the soft mist and clumps of dry grass, slender silhouettes emerge, creatures with tall ears and bright, watchful eyes. They are Thompson's gazelles. They may not be large or intimidating, and they lack the massive horns or powerful jaws of bigger animals, but they are essential to the heartbeat of the African savanna. The Thompson's gazelle, known simply as the Tommy, is one of East Africa's most familiar residents. Light and graceful, they stand just 60 to 90 centimeters tall and weigh under 30 kilograms. Yet hidden within that fragile frame is a finely tuned survival engine. Their muscles are narrow and strong, designed for speed. Their long legs work like coiled springs. When predators approach, they can sprint up to 80 kilometers per hour, zigzagging so quickly that even cheetahs and lions struggle to catch them. Out in the open plain, a female gazelle scans the horizon. At her side, a newborn calf takes its first wobbly steps, learning to run almost before it can stand. Life in the Serengeti begins with vulnerability, but also with extraordinary instinct. The dark stripes along the calves' sides help them disappear into the golden grass. As the dry season sets in, the vegetation fades and the last waterholes vanish. The Thompson's gazelles begin their migration. Following the storms, they merge with millions of wildebeest, zebras, and Grant's gazelles in one of nature's greatest spectacles, a vast moving river of life winding across the Serengeti and the Masai Mara. At midday, beneath the scorching sun, the wind murmurs through the brittle grass. The dried earth is marked with the footprints of those who came before. The herd gathers under scattered acacia trees, nibbling the last strands of grass that still hold a hint of moisture. It appears calm, but danger lurks beneath the stillness. predator waits close by. Unlike lions or hyenas that rely on brute strength or teamwork, the cheetah is a specialist of speed, a lone hunter who places everything on one perfect moment. There is no forgiveness in the chase, no chance to try again, hunt, or go hungry. Hidden low in the shrubs, a female cheetah crouches. Sun and shadow break over her spotted coat, blending her seamlessly into the landscape. Only the faint tightening of her muscles betrays her readiness. Her breaths slow into a steady rhythm, the calm before the explosion. 70 meters separate her from her target. The wind favors her. A young gazelle has drifted from its herd, playing innocently, unaware of the danger. Then the world erupts. The cheetah bursts forward. The calf darts and turns, fighting with every ounce of speed it has. But destiny is not on its side today. In a brief, intense pursuit, the cheetah succeeds. Exhausted, she begins to feed, tearing into her first meal in nearly 3 days. She eats fast, driven by instinct rather than hunger alone. Every second counts. The fallen gazelle, one of the savannah's most agile runners, lost this life or death race not from weakness, but from nature's unforgiving rhythm. In the intricate and ruthless system of the wild, every victory and loss keeps the balance alive. There is no villain, no hero, only ancient laws that shaped the world long before humans existed and will endure long after. As the sun drifts toward the horizon, the cheetah's shadow stretches across the plains. She pulls the gazelle's body into the brush, away from scavengers. No celebration, just survival, and another day won. Hidden and almost ghost-like, it roams a realm shaped by shadows, a world few ever witness. This is the African aardvark, a creature whose appearance seems assembled from many others, the snout of a pig, long rabbit-like ears, a sturdy kangaroo-type tail, and curved digging claws built for strength. Called Aardvark in Afrikaans, it stands as the last remaining member of the ancient order Tubulidin Tata, a living relic unlike anything else in the animal kingdom. When darkness settles across the savannah, it emerges slowly from its deep burrow, where it has slept away the heat of the day. Its ears rise at every sound. Its elongated snout investigates the air, and its movements stay low and measured. This nightly ritual has guided its survival since prehistoric times. Its nightly quest begins with food, a menu unchanged over countless ages. Ants and termites. With exceptional senses, it detects an active mound below the hardened ground. Approaching steadily, it digs with surprising force, breaking apart soil that seems impenetrable to most animals. Once the tunnels are exposed, it reveals its remarkable feeding tool, a sticky tongue, nearly 30 centimeters long. It slips inside the narrow chambers, sweeping up termites in their thousands. Throughout the night, it consumes vast numbers of insects, relying not on speed or power, but on precision, patience, and a body built for burrowing and feeding. Yet the aardvark plays a role far beyond its own survival. It is one of the master builders of the savannah. The tunnels and chambers it creates, sometimes stretching more than 10 meters with several escape routes, offer essential shelter. When abandoned, these burrows become vital homes for honey badgers, snakes, owls, and even young hyenas. Without meaning to, the aardvark shapes the landscape, providing safe havens for animals that cannot dig for themselves. Though strong beneath the earth, it is gentle and exposed above it. If surprised by predators like hyenas or leopards, it stands little chance in combat. Its first instinct is to flee or dive underground, digging frantically to vanish from danger. Only when cornered will it defend itself with its formidable claws. Its existence is rooted not in conflict, but in quiet persistence, a way of life that has allowed it to endure dramatic shifts in climate and landscape. On arid nights, when the land seems silent and brittle, the aardvark continues its steady march. It travels along dusty trails, keeping away from moonlight and the gaze of nighttime hunters. Every movement reflects a deep understanding of the land, its scents, its vibrations, its textures. And when dawn washes the horizon with pale light, the old builder slips back into its burrow, disappearing into the darkness and leaving only faint tracks across the red earth. Low-slung, muscular, and seemingly awkward in its stride, the honey badger Mellivora capensis is the embodiment of untamed courage. Where most animals retreat from danger, it steps forward, compact and powerful, measuring just over 70 centimeters and weighing under 15 kilograms. It leaves an unforgettable impression on anyone witnessing its ferocity. By day, it shelters in the abandoned tunnels of aardvarks, escaping the blazing sun and predatory gaze. Nightfall transforms the honey badger into a prowler, a hunter in a shadowy world where the line between predator and prey disappears. Unlike the gentle aardvark, this badger is a daring omnivore consuming insects, rodents, birds, eggs, and even venomous snakes. Its tough, pliable skin provides near-impervious armor, and even a cobra's fangs seldom pierce it. Bites may momentarily paralyze it, causing the badger to collapse for hours, but it soon recovers, shakes itself free, and continues feeding on the very snake that bit it. Its low-slung, sturdy frame and short, nimble legs allow rapid twists and turns, even under attack from lions or hyenas, turning threats into opportunity. Armed with formidable teeth, razor-sharp claws, and near-insane bravery, it earns respect and caution from larger predators. Its intelligence is equally striking. Honey badgers have been observed wielding sticks and stones, and even manipulating locks during scientific studies. Resourceful, determined, and tactical, it can coax a snake from its hideout, chase away scavenging vultures, or collaborate with the greater honey-guide bird to uncover hidden beehives. As the African afternoon wanes, a gentle wind lifts dust over the parched grasses, and the setting sun bathes the earth in golden light. Amid this quiet, a tense moment looms. From the cover of a bush, a sturdy black figure approaches. The honey badger advances cautiously, nose close to the ground, eyes locked. A sudden sharp hiss pierces the air. Before it rises, a formidable African cobra, nearly 2 meters in length, coiled tightly, hood flared as a stark warning. They measure one another. The snake's tongue flickers, calculating the distance. Its dark eyes flash with caution and contempt, fully aware that this small adversary is no ordinary prey. This is more than just a battle. It is a timeless proclamation: I am small, but fear will never conquer me. This fearless spirit defines the honey badger, the little warrior of the African savannah, a symbol of bravery that defies all logic. Its favorites are honey, wax, and bee larvae. Yet African hives are well protected, often perched high or hidden deep within cracks. Defended by countless bees, some of the most aggressive insects on Earth. Nevertheless, the honey badger stands undeterred. Its curved claws rip into the hive with relentless determination, the air thick with the angry hum of insects. Stings pepper its sparsely furred face and eyes, but it barely reacts. Between the buzzing swarm and the crunch of wax, it consumes each honeycomb fragment, every larva, with unyielding focus, as if pain were meaningless. From its swaying walk to its hunting approach and fearless defiance, the honey badger exudes a raw, almost unreasoning energy. How can such a small creature thrive in a realm ruled by lions, leopards, cobras, and hyenas? The secret lies in its indomitable will. In the wild, survival favors not always the strongest or the fastest, but those who never surrender. And so, under the thick veil of night, as other animals retreat into hiding, the honey badger continues its path. It does not seek fame or recognition, yet every measured, purposeful step it takes leaves a mark, a legend etched across Africa's scorched plains. Small, yes, but utterly fearless, and never to be underestimated. In the heart of the sprawling grasslands, a tiny silhouette moves effortlessly beneath the soft glow of sunrise. Its pointed ears and amber eyes shimmer in the new day. This is the jackal, a resilient survivor of the savannah, embodying cunning, endurance, and an unbreakable spirit in the wild. Even in a realm ruled by powerful lions and cunning hyenas, this small predator holds a crucial role maintaining the balance of life's unending circle. Each creature, regardless of size, plays a vital part in the complex web of the earth, where every life matters. Measuring less than a meter, standing under half a meter tall, and weighing barely 10 to 15 kilos, it conceals remarkable stamina and agility within its modest frame. Evolution has refined its every movement over millennia, from the sharpness of its teeth to the precision of its steps, all designed for one purpose: survive in a world where a single misstep can mean death. As the sun climbs and the savannah stirs, antelopes darting, zebras calling, birds swooping overhead, the jackal moves with stealth, driven by instinct. It is a master of resourcefulness. Whether it's a mouse scuttling in the grass, an insect nest tucked under a root, or leftovers from a lion's hunt, every morsel sustains it in this harsh, unforgiving landscape. But scavenging is not all it does. When the moment arises, its hunting instincts flare. with lightning-fast speed, precise leaps, and relentless focus. The jackal shows that even the smallest predator can claim its prey. Across the open plains of Africa, the boundary between hunter and hunted is as fragile as the breeze rustling through the grass. And it is this delicate equilibrium that defines the beauty of nature, a timeless rhythm where each species, whether great or small, adds its unique beat to the boundless symphony of life. On the expansive African plains, where sunlight dictates the rhythm of living and dying, every animal engages in its own struggle. A wildcat stalks through the swaying grasses. A snake slips quietly beneath the heated soil. The leopard remains hidden in the shadows, and the cheetah sprints with the speed of the wind, chasing a brief chance at survival. The aardvark tunnels through the darkness, foraging and seeking safety, while the honey badger, tiny, daring, and tireless, faces the fiercest predators without fear. In the heart of the wilderness, survival is a constant, relentless challenge. Each skirmish, each hunt, and each narrow escape reflects an ancient equilibrium, a vivid reminder that nature favors those who adapt rather than those who dominate. Every life, however small, has a role to play, a narrative shaped by bravery and resilience. The Savannah shows us that true strength is measured in the ability to endure. As the sun sinks below the horizon, the battle for life continues, the everlasting pulse of the African wild. If the wild's power and beauty inspire you, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Join our next expedition and witness more breathtaking stories of nature's most extraordinary creatures.